Hi everyone, Stepan here. Gonna play another game. First of all, Happy New Year. And the last game was extremely bad. I lost the drone end game very quickly and I blundered and I was upset. So let's try to play better in this one. We have the Semi-Slav or the closed Catalan now, which is fine. I'm gonna go knight Bd7. I'm not gonna take on c4. My opponent is playing against my bad bishop, which is also fine. I'm actually gonna go bishop e7. I'm gonna go for b6, bishop b7, and then try to play knight e4. I could go knight e4 now, I could try, and then go f5. Is that too risky? Well, he could go knight d2 now to stop it, but I'm not gonna go knight e4 straight away. Now, that seems slightly less appealing, because he gets to play an easy d4 if everything is captured. So knight e4, knight e4, d4, knight d2, f5, bishop b2. In how much danger is my e6 pawn? I don't think it is. I could also just play like a normal person and go b6, or I could try to prepare e5 with rook e8, bishop f8. Let's do that. Okay. Let's look at knight e4 again. Knight e4, knight e4, d4, knight d2, f5. Well, he does actually have knight. No, he doesn't. So knight e4, knight e4, d4, knight d2, f5. I could go knight f6, threaten to take the d4 pawn. The knight on d2 doesn't have too many squares. Or I could again just go bishop f8 followed by e5, if I can make that work. I think I like that. I'm gonna go bishop f8. Try to play for e5. Okay. Now, if I take on c4, bc4, e5, d5, knight e5, queen d8, rook d8, doesn't work, but I can throw in knight f3. So dc4, bc4, e5, d5, knight e5. If he goes knight e5, I can go queen d1, rook d1, rook e5, rook d8. Seems annoying, but I have rook e8. So again, dc4, bc4, e5, d5, knight e5. If queen d8, then knight f3 check, bishop f3, and rook d8 seems okay. If knight e5, then queen d1, rook d1, rook e5, rook d8. I don't have rook e8 because my knight isn't on f6 anymore, so that doesn't seem good. So let's try going knight e4 again. Knight e4, knight e4, d4, knight d2, f5. I don't like it. And I could consider bishop b4 now, but then he goes knight d2. Okay, I'm going knight e4. I want to play something aggressive. I think he should take. And then my plan will be to go b6 and c5. Ooh, he didn't take. Okay. He didn't take. So I'm definitely going f5. Now we're in a Stonewall Dutch. And I'm gonna try to go b6 and bishop a6 and weaken the pawn. But he could go rook c1 and target c6. It seems okay though. Or I could try to go bishop d7, e8 and transfer it to the other diagonal, but that seems kind of slow. I'm gonna go b6 and bishop a6. And if he takes on d5, I play ed5. Okay, now I can go bishop a6, and if he plays f3, I can take on d2 and take on c4. Because the bishop is blocked, not attacking c6. If he takes on e4, I'm obviously happy. Okay. Is he threatening to take on d5? So takes on d5, bishop takes on f1, takes on e6, bishop a6. I do actually lose a pawn. Because my knight is on e6, so I should move my knight away. So knight df6 takes, bishop takes, seems okay. And also if he doesn't do anything, I'm gonna have knight g4, putting double pressure on. Okay, he plays f3. Now, do I want to trade? Do I have to trade? I don't know. Then again, knight d6 doesn't seem too appealing. Also, which knight do I take? I feel like the d2 knight is slightly misplaced. So I'm gonna take the knight on c3. Okay. Now taking is fine, I'm not hanging my bishop. I want my queen on the king side. How do I get it there? I don't have bishop d6 because of c5. So bishop d6, c5 takes, moves back, seems okay. Bishop d6 takes, also seems okay. So bishop d6 followed by queen c7 seems like a good idea. I don't like playing these Stonewall structures because I don't have a lot of experience in them. He could also go bishop b4 against bishop d6, but then I could have c5. Okay, I'm going bishop d6. I need to activate my pieces. My bishop on f8 is very passive. If bishop b4, I will consider playing c5, even though it opens up his bishop. I feel like my knight is better than his knight. Why is he over the starting time? He has more than 15 minutes. Okay. I think I should take once and play bishop c7. I don't want to exchange everything off. Although I could and then go bishop b7. Okay, I'm gonna take with the f pawn. Okay. I like my bishop pair, so I like the idea of going takes, knight takes, rook takes, and bishop b7, but he has rook h4. I could also go e5 here. So e5 takes, bishop takes, rook takes. Okay, I'm going e5. I think that's probably fine. I didn't want to allow rook takes and then rook h4 followed by queen h5. Now if he allows me to take, I can go c5 and d4. Okay, so I take on d4 first, I guess. Yeah, I take on d4, I have to. Otherwise I lose a pawn. Okay. Then I take on e4. On d5. He shouldn't take on f6. Even if he trades first on e8, I think giving up the dark squared bishop would be too scary, because there are these two diagonals towards his king. The center has just blown open, which I think should be favorable for me because his pawn is on g3, so that makes my king slightly more safe than his. I don't think he can go c5. Because I take on f1, and if he takes on d6, I just go bishop h3. Is this the first time he's thinking in the entire game? Maybe. I like queen c7, even though it gives up a pawn. So queen c7, bishop f6, gf6, queen f6. Bishop c5 check. King g2, let's say. I can also go bishop b7 and threaten the same thing. So bishop b7, if rook e8, then queen e8. And if bishop f6, we do the same thing. Okay, I'm going bishop b7, that seems nice. Because when I go queen c7, his king is going to be in trouble. He cannot take on f6. I don't think there's any way he takes on f6. Wow! Can he really do that? He just gave me this diagonal. This seems like game over. So he takes on e8, queen f6, bishop c5, and that's it. I don't think he can do this. This seems like suicide. Also, I don't have to go bishop c5. Or I do, because on queen e3 he has queen f2. This seems very weak. He had just given away this diagonal and this one too. I mean, what does he do? If he doesn't take, then I go bishop c5, and on king g2 I go queen d7, threatening dc. What does that do? I don't see what that does, so I'll just move away to the corner. Alright. My bishops are too strong. I feel like the game will end when I play bishop c5. I don't see a way to get out of this for him. Maybe knight f3, but even so, knight f3, king g2, dc4, bc4. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, but now queen c7. Or maybe bishop c5 first, just to prevent him from taking. I can go queen c7, because if he takes, I have queen c5 check, and I take. Then I don't have the bishop pair. Okay, I'm playing bishop c5 first. And I want to connect my rooks. On b4 I have bishop e3 or bishop f2. And if he doesn't do anything, I may be able to go bishop c6 or bishop c8 followed by d4. Okay. Now I was thinking bishop f2. So I think that's fine. I want to grab the E file. Because he doesn't have queen f3 or queen f4 to trap my bishop. On queen f3 I have bishop d4. On queen f4 I can trade. On rook a2 I have bishop e1. And if he doesn't do anything, I have ideas to go queen e5 followed by queen e1 if the rook moves away. Okay. Ah, he has rook e2. He does have rook e2. But okay. I think I can play rook e5. And then if queen d1, queen e6. Okay, rook e5. Does that work? Rook e5. He doesn't have an easy way to double. I'm covering everything, but I would really like to go bishop c6 to just threaten to take. Because when I take and the diagonals open up, his king is going to be weak. Okay, I need to save my bishop. I thought I had rook d5, but I don't have rook d5. Okay. I can still undermine that knight by going b5. I just need to start playing quickly. If he moves the knight, I think I have queen d1 check. Unless he moves the knight to e3. I have an idea. I don't know if it will work or not, but I think it may work. Oh no, I just hung my bishop. I just hung my bishop. Why did I hang my bishop? Why did I do that? Why didn't I play patiently? I should have taken on g2 first. Why am I such a moron? Ugh. Wait, this still works, I think. No, it doesn't, because he covers with bishop g2. Idiot. Why is my screen saying failed to load changes? Okay, this was pretty bad. Ugh. Let's see. So I wasn't much better here. I thought I was much better. I wasn't even better at all. Rook e5 is a blunder because of knight e3. I should have just taken. Yeah. And then I should have traded off and taken on g3 with a draw. Yeah, none of this works. It's just stupid. And if I take, he has queen c8. This is so winning. Why is this so incredibly winning? Yeah, because he has this passed pawn. I'm guessing I can never hold this endgame. Yeah. Yeah. This was a dreadful game. Okay. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye. By the way, Happy New Year again.